What's up, Jen? Okay, so just gonna wait a couple more minutes. We got a couple more people joining us. We'll get started probably like 12:01. We'll just wait until a few more people join. What's up, other Jen? Okay, so no equipment today, just you. Grab a mat. We're gonna do full body. We have 15-minute blocks. It's gonna be 5 exercises that we'll repeat 3 times through. So 3 blocks that are all 15 minutes each. Working the full body today. And we'll just give it like 2 more minutes and we'll get started. Hi, Bonnie. All right, guys. We'll just wait a minute or 2 and we'll get started. Had a fun one today. It's hard, but it's fun. So if you want to stretch, if you want to get warmed up, feel free to. The first few exercises will be more of a warm-up, so we'll kind of ease into it before we get too crazy. Hi, Layla.
Hey, Sam.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I had a fun workout for you guys today. I'm going to wait 1 more minute and then we'll get started. I think there's a couple more people that should be joining us. You can leave the cameras on or off, totally your call. I'm going to be doing the whole workout with you. I won't be watching. So just make sure that your audio is muted once we get started, just so that there's no interference. And then we'll give it 1 more minute and we'll start. It's going to be 45-second intervals, 45 on, 15 off, like we normally do. It's going to be 5 exercises per block, and we'll repeat each one 3 times. So it's going to be 15 minutes of those 5 exercises, and then we have 3 blocks through. So it's 45 minutes total. I'm going to wait just 1 more minute, and we'll get started. Cool, it's 12:01, let's do it. So first exercise, we're gonna do an alternating bird dog. I like to start out most of my workouts with this one because it really warms up the whole body, kind of gets your backside body a little stretch and warms up the core. So I'm gonna show you one time. There's like one hair I can't find, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna go hands and knees. We're gonna reach the opposite arm and leg forward, or the arm goes forward, leg goes back. We're gonna round the spine, tap the knee to elbow, lengthen back out. We're gonna lower that arm and leg and then just switch sides. We'll be there for 45 seconds. Go ahead and find your start position. Your shoulders are right over your wrists and your hips are right over the knees. I'm gonna start this timer. Once I hit it, we have 5 seconds. So timer's on, we're gonna start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you reach the opposite arm and leg out. We're gonna push into the mat, round the spine as much as you can. Lengthen the arm and leg, set them down, and switch. Exhale when you round, inhale when you lengthen, exhale when you set the arm and leg down. And then as you reach your leg back, think of squeezing your glute and making sure that we're not lifting the legs so high that the back is arching. So you should feel glute and hamstring work to elevate the leg. And then when you round the spine, lift the belly button up, scoop it up, and then feel the abdominal muscles starting to engage here. We have 10 seconds left. The next one is a runner's lunge with rotation. I will show you that one in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we start in a high plank. We're gonna walk 1 foot out, flat foot, twist, set the palm down, step the foot back, and switch. Again, alternating sides for 45 seconds in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step that right foot out, rotate the spine, plant the palm, step back, step the left foot out, rotate the spine, plant the palm, and step back. So when you twist, you're reaching up through the ceiling with one arm as you press the other one down into the mat, giving that nice big spinal rotation. opening up the muscles that hold your spine in place. We also get a big stretch in the hip flexors with that back leg. And we're about 20 seconds away. And keep going here. The next one is going to be in a prone position. So we're going to lie down on our belly. And we're going into snow angels. You ladies should all be familiar with this next one. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to lie down, lift my arms and chest. My palms face up, my legs are down. I'm going to circle the arms around, flip the palms to the ceiling, circle the arms forward, flip the palms up. We start that in 4. Knees up, toes down. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So your palms face up when you circle back, and then you circle forward, palms face up. So when you go back, your thumbs are in towards each other, and when you go forward, your pinkies are in towards each other. Now we want to push the pubic bone gently downward into the mat, and that will help us to stabilize and protect the lower back so that we are not lifting or arching from the low back. You're actually lifted from the mid back. So your sternum is reaching forward, and then as you reach the arms back, you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. This is a great one for posture, to get those scapula moving and wake up the back side of the body. The next 2 are standing. We have 5 seconds. I'll show you the next one in 3, 2, 1, up on your feet. We have a squat to a chest expansion with a pull. So my feet are hip distance. I'm going to squat, reach forward, come up, pull the arms back, and then pulse them 1 time. So I squat, pull the arms back, pulse them 1 time. In 3, 2, 1. So as I squat, my arms go forward. Exhale, come up. High five the wall behind you. Pulse the arms once and then go back down. Stand up, pulse the arms, and squat back down. So you're looking up to eye level when you do that arm pump back, and you're looking down towards your fingertips as you squat down. This will help to keep the neck aligned with the spine. Now when you go into that squat, you're reaching your sit bones way back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your butt and touch the wall in front of you with the arms. Don't forget that pulse. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise, pulse the arms back. 8 seconds here. The next variation is real similar. We're just going to change the arms and the legs. 3, 2, 1. So next one's a sumo squat. Your legs are wide, palms face in. I'm going to squat down. Notice how my butt goes back. I go out to a T, pulse the arms. So I sumo squat, out to a T, pulse the arms. We'll do that in 4, 3, 2. Turn those toes out. Here we go. Squat down, butt goes back. Come up, arms to a T, pulse 1 time. As you go into your squat, your palms are facing each other like they're trying to clap towards each other, but they won't actually touch. And then when you stand up, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Now I have 4 fingers squeezed together, just those thumbs are pointing upward. Inhale down, exhale up, pulse the arms 1 time. So now you're like backhanding that wall behind you. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise, pulse back once. Keep the core muscles engaged. You're squeezing your glutes, abs, inner thighs, pelvic floor as you rise. They're all part of the core. We have 5 seconds. We go back to the bird dog in 3, 2, 1, and rest. So that's your 5 exercises. We do that 2 more times. Back to your hands and knees. Grab water when you need to. We're going to go back into bird dog in 5. Opposite arm and leg in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Reach them out. Tuck and round. Lengthen the arm and leg. Set them down and switch. And round. And reach. And lower. So on this second set, see if you can maybe move a little bit quicker, just a tiny bit. Maybe round the spine a little bit more. Focus on keeping the ears up in line with your shoulders and the neck aligned with the spine. So as your spine rounds, you're looking down towards that connection of your elbow to knee, and you're trying to really squeeze the elbow to knee. You'll get a little more core activation with that squeeze. 10 seconds here. Rounding a little deeper each time. See if you can get your elbow to the inner thigh instead of just the knee. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Runner's lunge with twist. We'll start in that high plank position in about 10 seconds. When you step that foot out, make sure it's flat onto the ground in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to step the left foot out, twist it to the left, plant the palm, step it back, and switch, and twist. Plant the palm, step it back. Now in my plank, my back is really, really rounded. I'm pushing away from the mat, lifting the belly button up towards the ceiling so that I'm not sinking down into the shoulders or into the hips. So if you have really, really good shoulder mobility, you can really separate those scapulas and your upper back will even be rounded. That's okay, that's good. You have 15 seconds here. Keep that back leg pretty straight. And 10 seconds to go. Again, see if you can maybe move a little faster. Maybe reach up closer to the ceiling. We have 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're going snow angels next. So you are lying down on your belly. The legs are turned out. The inner arches of your feet are down on the mat, but your knees are lifted. We're going to barely lift the chest. The arms come up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Circle the arms back. Flip your palms to the ceiling. And as you circle the arms forward, flip your palms up to the ceiling. So it's like you're trying to bring your thumbs to touch behind you without actually bending the elbows, and then bring your pinkies to touch in front of you without, again, bending the elbows. So they probably won't actually touch. That would be crazy good shoulder mobility. And then try to keep the arms lifted as high as you can. Really squeeze the scapula together as you circle back and reach your fingernails to that wall behind you. As you circle the arms back, see if you can lift your sternum a little bit higher. Again, moving from the mid-back, keeping your low back stable. 5 seconds here. Let's do one more rep. We're coming up to standing in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come up onto your feet, hip bone distance apart. We have that squat to chest expansion pulse. So you're just going to pull the arms back, pulse one time, and back to the squat in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, back, and pulse. So my palms are facing down when I go into the squat, and they're facing back to the wall behind me as I pulse back. Look down when you squat, eye level when you rise. Really squeeze your glutes when you come up to standing, and think of slightly tucking your hip bones forward as you rise. So you're in a little neutral curve to the spine when you lower into your squat, and then you're in a posterior tuck as you come up to the top. Now when you go into that neutral spine, it's really important that you're keeping your abdominals drawn in so that we're not using the low back to move the body. You're hinging at the hips, and we have 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish that last one, rest, and we'll take it to the sumo with a T pulse. So we sumo squat, we come up, pulse the arms one time. Knees and toes are wider than hips, turned out at 45. Arms forward, palms in, 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Squat down, arms to a T as you rise, pulse back once. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise, pulse once. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out as you rise up. Keep the arms straight but not locked, and again, your fingers squeezing together. Starting to feel this one into the glutes, inner thighs, and quads. We're working all the leg muscles here. Reach the sit bones back and down. That will give the glutes a big stretch as you lower. And then when you come up, squeeze them back together. Nice, you guys. Feel your shoulder blades coming into touch as you pulse back. Great stretch for the chest as we work the back side. We have 5 seconds. Let's go for one more rep. We're going to start back over one more time in 3, 2, 1. And rest, back to bird dog, hands and knees. We'll go through those 5 one more time, and then we're going to switch up the 5 exercises. We start in 5, bird dogs in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time with these, reach, round, lengthen, set them down, and switch. See if you can get the elbow all the way up to the inner thigh, rounding the spine a little more, activating that front side body as you stretch the back side. Squeeze your butt to elevate the leg, and try to keep the leg parallel so that the bones on the top of your feet are pointing down rather than out to the side. So this one's good work, mobility for the spine, the hips, strengthening the core, stretching the back. We get a lot of good benefits from this one. The faster you go, the more heart work you're getting, a little bit of cardio work. If you're going fast, we have 3, 2, 1, and rest. We'll do that runner's lunge with rotation one more time. Okay, 5 seconds. Let's pop up into that high plank in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the right foot out flat. Twist right, plant the palm, step it back. Left leg out, twist left, plant the palm, step it back. As you rotate, make sure that you're reaching just straight to the ceiling and that we're not over twisting. About halfway there, eyes are following the spine. So you're looking up towards the hand as you twist. And then keep the hand, the palm, the bottom one, driving down into the mat the whole time. 15 seconds. Back leg is pretty straight. Feeling that big stretch in your quads and your hip flexors. Almost there, guys. Let's go for one more each side. We have snow angels one more time. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lie down onto your belly, snow angels last time. Chest will stay lifted, arms will stay lifted. Knees up, feet down in 5. Palms up, arms forward in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Squeeze your butt. You want to keep those sit bones squeezed together. Keep the navel just slightly lifting up off of the mat so that your abdominals are engaged, your glutes are engaged. I feel a little bit of hamstring work here as well. And then the main focus is that scapular mobility. Feel your shoulder blades separate from each other as you circle forward and feel them squeeze back in towards each other as you circle back. The elbows do not bend, the wrists are not bending, it is just your shoulder blades that are moving the arms. Now when you circle arms back, see if you can lift your chest just a little bit higher. Can you bring those arms up closer to the ceiling? You have less than 10 seconds. Let's try to get 2 more reps. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press up to standing. One more set with those 2 squat variations. And then our next walk is going to be all core. You have 5 seconds to go. Squat to chest expansion with a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Inhale, lower into the squat. Exhale, rise up. Pulse those arms back once. Inhale, lower. Exhale, come up. High five that wall behind you. Squat down nice and low. Reach your sit bones back and down. And then rise up, sweeping your fingertips down towards the floor. So we're going to keep those shoulders down, away from the ears as we stand up. We have about 20 seconds left. So a lot of repetitions of the same exercises, so you get several chances to get a little deeper, increasing the range of motion, working on that mobility. 10 seconds here. See if you can squat down to allow the belly to touch those thighs. We have 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, sumo squat with a Teeples, so just opening your stance out and then bringing those arms out wider. Make sure when the arms go back, we're not popping the ribs or arching the back. You want to stay knit through your center. We have 5, arms forward, palms in 3, 2, 1. Squat down, rise up, backhand the wall behind you, come back together. Your hips go back and down as you squat, and then you're tucking the hips forward, squeezing your sit bones together as you rise. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise up, squeeze. Notice how deep you're able to get into these squats here versus your first and second round through this. And so this is the last one of this block. The next one's going to be plank variation. You have a cross-body mountain climber with a pause. So just like a regular mountain climber, but you're twisting and pausing. 10 seconds, and I'll show you that next exercise. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're going to start in a high plank. You can do this from elbows if you need to. We're going to tuck the knee to the opposite elbow, pause, come back to plank, switch, and pause. We start that in 5 seconds. Let your hips twist a lot, but keep the shoulders square. 3, 2, 1. Up in your plank. Right knee to left elbow, hold it. Back to your plank. Left knee to right elbow, hold it. Back to your plank. Twist and pause. Set the foot down. Twist and pause. So keep going at that tempo. No momentum. These are very slow. Fast mountain climbers are cardio. There's not a whole lot of strength work going on there or control. So to work on more actually core strengthening, I want you to hold it. Feel the connection of your leg to your oblique muscles, the side abdominals. Every time you tuck that knee across the body, those muscles shorten, which means they contract, they engage. The faster you go, they don't really have to hold any contraction. You're just using momentum. So we'll go real slow. You have 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, on your back, we have a marching crunch with a leg extension. So I'm going to lift my left leg, twist left. From there, lengthen the left leg, lean back, lift the chest, come back down. March and crunch to the right, lengthen the leg, come back up, switch. There's that timer, go ahead and start. So I lift the left leg, lean back, straighten the leg, lift up, bend the knee, and then come all the way down. Lift and twist to the right. Lengthen the right leg, lean back a little bit. Lift back up, tuck the knee in and set it down. So we lift, lengthen, bend the knee, and release. Lift, twist, lengthen the leg, tuck it in, set it down. So 4 movements per side. When you lengthen the leg, you're not lowering the body all the way. It's just a little bit of like a pulse crunch with the upper body. Twist, lengthen, lean back, lift higher, come back down. So every time you tuck the knee back in from that lengthened position, you're trying to lift the chest even higher than where it started. Okay, go ahead and rest. The next one is prone, single, single, double. So you're lying down, face down, just like we did before. You're gonna bend the right arm, bend the left arm, bend both arms. Start with your arms forward in 3, 2, 1. Same position as snow angels. We bend the right arm, lengthen it forward, bend the left arm, lengthen it forward, bend both arms. Now start with your left. Bend the left elbow, lengthen it, bend the right elbow, lengthen it, and then bend both arms. So again, your chest is staying lifted the whole time. I like to make a fist as I pull back. It helps to engage the muscles even more. We're working the muscles around the shoulder blades. Again, great exercise for posture. Glute squeeze, abs on, single, single, and double. We have 10 seconds. I like to alternate which arm I start with because I'm a real OCD. I want to be even. If that works for you, do it. If not, don't overthink it. Just move. Single, single, double for 3, 2, 1, rest. Next one's fun. You're in a high plank. You're going to tap your right hand to your forehead, left hand to forehead. Then we tap the hand to shoulder. Then we tap the hand to knees. Then we tap the hands to the toes. Big head, shoulders, knees, toes, okay? High plank in 3, 2, 1. Take your right hand to your forehead, set it down. Left hand to forehead, set it down. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Now you tap the right hand to the left knee. Left hand to the right knee. Then you take your hand to your foot. Left hand to foot, start back over. Right hand to forehead. Left hand to forehead. Right hand to shoulder. Left hand to shoulder. Right hand to knee. Left hand to knee. Right hand, left ankle. And left hand, right ankle. Keep going. Head, head, shoulders, shoulders, knees, knees, and toes. 10 seconds. Head, head, shoulder, shoulder, knees, knees, and toes, and toes. We have 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, last exercise. You're on your knees facing front. Squeeze your butt, knees are hip distance, kneeling side bend. My arms go into a vertical line. My spine is moving side to side, but it's not a huge side bend. It's more about keeping the hips square. 3, 2, 1. Right arm goes up, left arm slides down. Come back to center, switch. Every time you come back to that start position, bring your palms to face each other, like you're like catching a ball, and then just make sure that your butt is squeezed. It's gonna help to protect the low back. So you're moving your spine, but your actual hips are not leaning side to side. Make sure that your arms go into a vertical line. Sometimes we tend to bend too much, and the arm ends up going to the side instead, and that can, again, put a little bit of too much pressure on that lower back. So think of really stretching one side as you contract the other. This is a great one for spinal mobility and pelvic stability as we strengthen the obliques. We have 3, 2, 1, rest. Cross-body mountain climber with a pause. We're going back to the beginning. 10 seconds, get ready. If you want to do this from a forearm plank, you can do that as well. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee, right elbow, pause. Come back to plank. Right knee, left elbow, pause. Come back to plank. Twist and hold it. And back to plank. Twist and hold it. And back to plank. Now my knee is not actually touching my elbow. Maybe by the last round it will, but not right now. I'm actually focusing more on trying to get the thigh close to the chest. So I'm lifting it a lot, twisting the hips a lot. We have 20 seconds. Twist, pause. Keep those ears up in line with the shoulders. Avoid letting the neck round forward. 15 seconds. Twist, hold. Back to center. Twist, hold. Back to center. We're here for just 5 seconds. Try to get one more each side. Even it out. 3, 2, 1 on your back. I'll show you this one again because it's kind of confusing. You're going to lift the left leg, twist left. From there, you lengthen the leg, lean back a little bit, tuck it back in, and lower everything down. So we lift, lengthen, lift, and lower. There's that timer. Go ahead and start. So you're twisting towards the leg that lifts. Then you lengthen that leg, lean back a little bit, tuck it back in, lift higher, and come down. So you're in the twist the whole time until you lower the foot down and the chest down. Hold the twist, lengthen the leg, lift higher, set it down. Twist, lengthen it, tuck it, set it down. Now this whole time you're trying to keep your hips square as your upper body rotates. So again, pelvic stability, spinal mobility. When you lift the leg to tabletop, you should be able to see your toes just barely peeking up over the knee. 5 seconds. Even that out. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Single, single, double prone position. So you're lying down, face down, legs straight, knees turned out. You're going to lift the arms and chest. We start just like we started Snow Angels, but you're going to bend one arm, then the other, and then both. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Bend the right elbow, reach it forward. Bend the left elbow, reach it forward, bend both elbows, and reach it forward. So your palms are open when your arms are forward, and you can make those fists as you pull. Keep your sit bones squeezed together, activate your glute and hamstring muscles. It will help you to keep the hips square and level on the mat. And just think of gently pressing the hip bones down into the mat, keeping your sternum lifted. 15 seconds, single, single, and double. When you go for that double pull, see if you can lift up a little higher. 7 seconds, go for at least one more round. We have 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, high plank, we have head, shoulders, knees, and toes. When you tap the forehead, your palm is facing down towards the ground, elbow goes out wide. Shoulder taps, you guys know those. Then you're tapping the knee, then the ankle. In 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Head, head, shoulders, shoulders, knees, knees, toes, and toes. Try to stay square the whole time. Head, head, shoulders, shoulders, knees, knees, and toes, toes. And keep going. Try not to rock side to side. You're staying nice and stable. You can alternate which arm you start with if you'd like. It's a lot of brain work. Keep pushing away from the mat. So you're holding yourself in a single arm plank every time you tap the head, shoulder, knee, or toe. 10 seconds. Stay steady, try not to rock. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. Kneeling side bends. Last one of this round. We'll go through it one more time. So knees hip distance apart. Your feet can be separated or together. Either one's cool. Just squeeze those glutes. Palms face each other, elbows narrow. 3, 2, 1. Side bend one way. Come back center. Side bend the other way. And back center. So to keep equal weight in the knees and the hips truly square, it's not a huge side bend. We could easily go for a way bigger side bend, and that would be incorrect form. So remember, it's not about how much you're bending, it's how much you are lengthening the fingertips in opposite directions, reaching one arm through the floor as the other goes to the ceiling. Now, if you're touching the floor, you can either bring the bottom arm a little bit wider, or you could do these standing. We all have different lever lengths. Sometimes you'll have like long arms and a shorter torso. All of that stuff, the way you're built, can affect the position. So you can always go standing if you need it. You have 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Back to that mountain climber crossbody pause. 10 seconds. High plank pose. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Take the right knee, left elbow, pause. Back to your plank, left knee, right elbow, pause. Back to plank, twist and hold it. Find your plank, twist and hold it. These are slow. Round your body as much as you can. Your shoulder blades should be separated. Low back is rounded. Now, every time you twist the leg, feel the opposite rib come closer to the hip. So you go left hip bone to right rib cage and right hip bone to left rib cage. 15 seconds. Hold each twist. Keep pushing away from the floor. All 10 fingers pressing down evenly. Last time with this one, we're going into that marching crunch with a knee tuck in 4, 3, 2, and 1. On your back. Marching crunch with that leg extension. Hands behind the head. Head is down, knees are bent. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we twist, lengthen the leg, bend the knee, set it down. Twist the other way, lengthen the leg, lift back up, set it down. So when you lengthen the leg, your body goes down a little bit and you're trying to lift higher as you tuck it back in. Make sure you can see the toe over the knee and that your foot is in a parallel position. So again, the bones on the top of your feet are pointing straight to the ceiling. We're not allowing the legs to turn out. A lot of times they naturally like to turn out. So we spend a lot of time in external rotation, not a whole lot of time in parallel or internal. So we want to really fight for that parallel alignment. This is also going to work the core more to make those abs lift your leg up. We have 3, 2, 1, go ahead and rest. Single, single, double on your belly. Last time with these. Okay, turn the legs out, lift your knees, lift your chest and arms. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Single arm pull, and double arm. Now the harder you can squeeze those fists, the more work is happening in those muscles between your scapula. Keep your butt squeezed a lot. Try to lift up even higher, again, without crunching or pinching the low back. That lift comes from your mid back, from your bra line. Make sure the neck is not crunched or wrinkled. You're looking straight down, keeping the back of the neck wrinkle free. Crown of the head stays reaching forward. You're trying to get those elbows all the way to touch as you pull back. 10 seconds to go. Hips stay level. Chest is up. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. One more time. Five seconds. Get ready for that high plank in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pop it on up. Forehead, forehead, shoulder, shoulder, knee, knee, and toe, and toe. And again, head and head. Tap your shoulder. Try not to rock side to side, knees, and toes. Keep going. Legs are parallel, knees point straight down. About 15 seconds. Staying square is your goal. A lot of upper body work here, full body work. Okay, we have 5 seconds. Get ready for side bends in 3, 2, and 1. On your knees or feet, we're going side bends one more time. So in this position, you just want to really make sure your hips are tucked forward. We're not sticking the butt back or arching. You're really, really vertical, tight through the core. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Side bend, come center, side bend. If you feel any strain on the low back, make it a smaller side bend. Keep the ribs tucking inward, sit bones squeezing inward, and allow the neck to go with your spine. Focus on reaching the fingertips in opposite directions. You're trying to touch the floor with one hand as you reach the ceiling with the other. Make sure the arm is not going across the body. It's really easy to do these ones wrong, so it's a pretty, it looks like it's pretty simple, but there's a lot going on here. We have 5 seconds. The next block, we start standing in 3, 2, 1. So it's a kickstand cross squat. My left foot's flat. My right leg is behind with my foot lifted. So kickstand position, you guys all know this one. You're gonna take the opposite hand. So my right hand goes to my left foot as I squat. I come back up. I'm gonna bend the knee, stick the butt back. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So my back leg is behind my front leg. My back foot is lifted, so only my big toe and like maybe that second toe are on the ground. All the weight, most of the weight is in the front leg. So here it's my left. If my left leg's forward, my right hand is reaching about 5, 6 inches in front of my big toe. And then I come back up. So I'm rotating the torso, but my hips stay square. So my butt goes straight back as I twist the upper body. I'm looking down towards my finger when I tap and up to eye level when I rise. Make sure your back leg is not taking over. It's going to want to when the front one fatigues. Keep the core muscles tight to support your back. And you're here for 3, 2, 1. We'll just switch the legs. So now right foot forward, left foot back. So my knees are in line, but my feet are not. My left foot's behind the right one, maybe about 8, 10 inches. We're gonna bend the knee. Opposite hand goes forward. 3, 2, 1. Left hand goes in front of the right foot. Exhale, squeeze your butt to come up. You're reaching your butt back and your chest forward at the same time. There's a lot going on in this one. You will have 3 chances to perfect it. When you come down, it can feel a little bit wobbly on your front foot because you're basically doing a single leg exercise. So we're working a lot of stability in the ankle. Just make sure that you're grounded through all 5 toes and equal weight through the inside-outside arch of your foot. When you come up, you're squeezing your butt, tucking the hip forward a little bit. And when you come down, you're trying to reach your butt back and your sternum forward, creating that long, long horizontal line with your spine. Make sure you're reaching way in front of the foot so that we're not arching the back. 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees, quadruped, up and out. So I'm going to flex my left foot. I'm going to lift it up, come down, rotate it out, and come down. So up and out, we'll go left side, then right side in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex your left foot, stomp the heel to the ceiling, lower it down, rotate it out to the side, lower it down. Now my goal here is to move just the leg without the hips moving. So it's not a huge range of motion, especially since it's the first time doing this. By the 3rd round, you'll notice that your leg is moving a lot more. Go slow and pause at each movement. Go out and pause, come down, go up and pause, come down. So again, there's no momentum. I want you to hold the contraction for a second before you control it down. That's what makes it Pilates. Going slow, controlling your body. Keep the belly button in, core tight, ears in line with shoulders. We rest in 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. You can sit back in a child's pose, rock your hips side to side. We're going to switch sides. And we have one more exercise. The last exercise will be both legs. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Flex your right foot. Stomp that heel up to the ceiling. Pause. Lower it down. Take it out to the side. Pause. Lower it down. You lift and hold. And then come down, out to the side and hold. So when your foot goes up to the ceiling, you're trying to press your heel up, but also squeeze it in towards your butt at the same time. And when you rotate the leg out to the side, you can take a look and make sure that you can see your toes. So your shin bone is parallel to the wall beside you. If you're working the right leg, that shin bone is parallel to the wall on your right. And then really keep pushing away from the mat so that we're not sinking into the wrists or the shoulders. Keep the ribs and belly button gently pulling inward so that there's no arching or movement in the back. We have 3, 2, 1. On your back. Articulating bridge is our last one. And this one should feel nice after those. Knees bent, feet flat. We're going to tuck the pelvis, slowly roll up through the spine just to mid-back, and roll back down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we tuck the pelvis, spine imprint, roll up to the mid-back, inhale at the top, squeeze your butt, and then exhale, roll down, mid-back, low back, tailbone, neutral, and then exhale, tuck and roll up, low back, mid-back, stop at the bra line, inhale, and then exhale, come right back down. You can do palms up, you can bend the elbows, you can do palms down. You can even take the arms straight back behind you. That can feel kind of nice sometimes to get a little more traction. And keep the eyes looking straight up towards the ceiling. And just try to feel every single bone of your spine move one by one. This is great core work. We are strengthening the abdominals, the pelvic floor, the glutes, the hamstrings, all part of the core. Inner thighs as well. There's that timer. Go ahead and rest. We're coming back to standing. Kickstand position. Cross body squat. So I'm going to start with my right foot forward this time to switch it up. Left foot back. We're going to cross and twist to the right in 3, 2, 1. So my left hand goes in front of the right foot. I exhale, come back up. Inhale, bend the knees, hinge and twist. Exhale, come back up. I'm looking down to the fingertips as I squat and eye level as I rise. As you go down, think of bringing the belly button up to touch the spine. You're keeping the abs strong as you go down. So when you squat, you're stretching the glute muscles. They open, they lengthen. When you come up, you're squeezing, contracting, shortening those same muscles. The more you can squeeze your glute and tuck the hip forward, the more of a stretch or extension you're going to get in your hips here as well. So if you have tight hip flexors, this is actually a really good one. As you come up to the top, squeeze that glute and you're going to open up the opposite muscles. We have 3, 2, 1, and switch. Left foot forward, right leg back. So my right toe is behind my left heel, maybe like 6 inches behind. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Inhale, bend the left leg, twist. Exhale, come up, squeeze your butt. For me on the left side is a lot harder. My right leg always wants to take over because my right side is dominant. So I want to really just go slow here, focus on keeping the weight in that front foot. If you feel like your back is rounding, just reach further forward. Bend the leg a lot, and if you're unable to tap the floor without rounding the spine, that is totally fine. You do not have to go all the way to the ground. Again, your lever lengths, the mobility in your hips and ankles will all affect this exercise, so you want to make sure you're not pushing it so far that your back is rounding or you feel this all into the low back. Feel it into the glute of that front leg. I feel a lot of hamstring and inner thigh as well here. We have 3, 2, 1, hands and knees. I'm going to start with the right leg, up and out. So when you're in quadruped position, allow your shoulder blades to sink together for a second, then push up, separate them, and hold that. We have 3, 2, 1. Flex your right foot, lift, lower, rotate out, and in. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, rotate out, inhale, lower. So again, we have hip extension as the leg goes up to the ceiling. The muscles on the back of the leg engage, which releases or stretches the muscles on the front of the leg. So another good one for tight hip flexors. If you sit a lot, your hip flexors will be tight. As we go out to the side, you're getting hip abduction, working the outside of the leg. And this one's really good. That movement or position is really good for traction in the knee. It helps your kneecap to track in line with the rest of your leg. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We'll do that left side next. And 10. So again, really push up away from the floor. Keep the neck up. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex that left foot. We lift it, lower it, take it out to the side, and lower it. Make sure that your hips are directly over your knees. If you feel like your knees are too far forward, they probably are. If your back feels like it's rounded, walk your hands further forward. Give yourself room to lengthen that spine. You're looking about 2 inches in front of your fingertips. Make sure when you go out to the side, we are not allowing the opposite hip to sink off to the side. So you're staying really centered through your whole body. The only part allowed to move is your leg. That requires a ton of core stability here. We're keeping the core muscles tight the whole time. We're not allowing the belly button to drop or the back to arch. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. On your back. If you want to do these with your feet on a wall, you can do that as well. Feet flat against a wall. It'll give you a little bit more range of motion. Otherwise, feet flat down is great. We start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little arch in the back. We tuck that away. Roll up to the mid-back bra line. Inhale there. Exhale, roll down nice and slow. Inhale at the bottom, exaggerate the arch. Exhale, tuck it away. Lead from the pubic bone, come up to the rib cage, and then reverse that. Start with the ribs all the way down through the pelvis. I noticed today it's really, really hard for me to individually move each bone at the lower back. I'm feeling pretty stiff there today. So I'm going to really focus on using the abs and pelvic floor muscles to go so slow through that area until I can feel like I'm actually moving each bone individually. So again, these are slow. It's not about how many reps, it's about the mobility. Keep going, we should be almost there. There it is. Go ahead and roll down. We're going to do that block one more time. You're up on your feet, kickstand position. I'm going to go back to the left leg forward, just like we started that first round. Right heel high, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bend the knees, twist, tap down. Exhale, rise up, looking straight ahead. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Let the neck follow the spine. Reach your butt way back. You want your butt to go way behind the heel. Your sternum to reach straight forward. So your spine is making the longest line that you can. Trying to get your back parallel to the ceiling without allowing your right leg to take much of your weight here. So think like 80 or 90% of your weight in the left leg or the front leg. The back one is just there to give you a little bit of stability and to help you keep those hips square. We have 5 seconds. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Right foot forward. Take a peek down. Make sure that it's parallel. Your toes are pointing ahead rather than out to the side. That's important for your joints. And then bring that left heel up. We have 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bend the right leg. Twist. Exhale, come up, shoot that right hip forward. Again, take the weight out of the back leg. It's all in the front one. Lengthen the spine. So I notice with each round of these, my fingertips are tapping even further forward because I'm getting more range in the hips and the ankles. So to keep my spine straight, I have to tap a little further forward. Keep going here. We're about 15 seconds from that buzzer. We'll go back into quadruped one more time, up and out. 10 seconds. Let's try to get 2 more reps. Remember, these are slow and controlled. You're grounded through all 5 toes. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees. I'm going to start with the left leg this time. 10 seconds. Look a couple of inches in front of your fingertips. Push away from the mat. Left leg starts in 3, 2, flex the foot, hover the leg up. We lift, pause, come down, take it out to the side, pause, and come down. Lift and hold that contraction, and then bring it down. Sometimes it takes you a little bit longer to feel the muscles that are working, so the hold is good for that. You can really find that mind-muscle connection. Feel the side of your glute as you go out to the side, and you want to feel the back of the glute and the hamstring as you go up to the ceiling. Keep your heel close to your butt when you lift up, and then make sure that your shin bone is parallel to that left wall when you go to the side. If you keep the heel too close to the butt when you go to the side, you're not going to feel anything happening. You have to make sure those angles are correct. You have 90 degrees, both at your hip joint and your knee joint. We have 3, 2, 1, rest. One more time on the right side. 10 seconds. Set yourself up. Maybe take a couple rounds of protraction, retraction of the shoulders. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the right foot. Kick up to the ceiling. Lower down, rotate out to the side. Lower down, lift and pause. Control it down, out to the side, pause. Control it down. This is another one like the side bend that's really easy to do wrong. You could easily just swing your leg around using momentum and not actually contracting the muscles. So I want you to think of which muscles have to contract to do the movement. Back of the glute and hamstring to lift, side of the glute to rotate out. Your core muscles are super important role players here to keep everything else square. Think of lifting the navel, gently drawing the front ribs together, separating the scapula. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. On your back. This is the last 45 seconds of work. We're going to go into that articulating bridge. One more time. Feet flat or up on a wall. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the pelvis, roll up nice and slow. Any stiff areas, just go extra slow. For me, it's the low back because that's where I have a jacked up spine. Some of you may feel more like rigid or tight towards the upper or mid back, and that's okay. Wherever it is, if you feel any areas that are feeling less mobile, just take it real slow through that space. This is a really good one just to identify what is going on in your spine. Sometimes we don't know until you can feel it, and you're like, oh, whoa, that spot wants to just flatten all the way. That just means that spot's locked up. It's not super mobile. So you want to wake up the muscles that control that space. You can be using your pelvic floor, your abdominal muscles, your glutes, your inner thighs, hamstrings. All of those muscles make up the core. That was our 45 seconds. If you're up high, just roll back down, take your time, and stay on the mat. We're going to stretch. We're going to lift the legs straight up to the ceiling. Flex the feet, point the toes. Flex the feet, point the toes. 3 more. Ankle, plantar, and dorsiflexion, just stretching the ankles and the hamstrings. One more time, and then we're going to circle the ankles. Choose a direction. Circle the feet 5 times each way. Stretching out tops of the feet. Go ahead and reverse that once you've done 5. Circle the other way. This is another good one to just kind of notice what's going on in your ankles. I feel one of them is a lot tighter. Okay, now hold there. We're going to figure 4. The right ankle over the left thigh. We're going to bend the left leg like tabletop. Wrap the hands behind your left thigh. It's super important that you are not grabbing the shin, as that can compress your knee joint. If you need to lift the chest to do that, totally cool to do that. Now gently rock side to side, just kind of moving the stretch around in the right outer hip and thigh. And let's switch, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, grab behind the right thigh. Hold it there for a few breaths. Try to keep the back flat on the mat. If your hips are lifting, just lift the chest up and then start to rock side to side. Shoulders stay pretty square, but let the hips rotate. And then go ahead and come on up to standing. We're just going to take a roll down to decompress the spine and stretch the whole back side. So feet are hip distance apart. Micro bend your knees. Slowly circle the arms up over your head. Tuck the chin to the chest and roll your spine down. Hang heavy at the bottom. You can cross the hands to the elbows or base of the skull. Keep your knees generously bent and sway side to side. And release your low back. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. And allow the back of your neck to hang heavy. Come to the center, plant the palms, tuck the chin, keep the knees bent, and rebuild your spine, coming all the way back to standing. When you arrive at the top, rotate your shoulders back and down a few times. Keep them there for the rest of your day. Awesome job, you guys. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, requests, suggestions, anything at all, always let me know. If you would like to or able to donate, my Venmo is SamBell22. Greatly appreciate that. If you guys want to unmute and say what's up, feel free to do that also.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sandra. You're welcome, Jen. Good to see you. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Bye. All right.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Bonnie. Good to see you. Have a good rest of your Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Layla. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Sam. It was really fun, and I really love that we moved it to 12.
Good, good, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. What's that?
Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. I'll see you soon. Have a good rest of your Thursday.